Okay, so since I had a little interruption, let's continue with part four. Okay, so we were talking about exit interviews, employment at will, and NDAs. So we had already discussed exit interviews, and you guys are going to be doing an activity today about exit interviews and the importance of those interviews. So I'll go over that in just a minute. And then the last thing I want to talk about is employment at will. So it's the governing principle of employment is greater majority of the states. It means that anyone who can be dismissed at any time for any reason for no reason. So exceptions of people losing their jobs include whistleblowers or people in employment contracts or EEO or equal employment opportunity laws, which prohibit dismissing people from their membership if they're one of the protective classes. So I do want to mention that employment at will is something that Iowa has as well. So you can be let go at any time for any reason from a job. And I personally think that's a little bit scary, but most companies don't do that. So I'm going to throw that out there. So, real quick, we're going to watch a video that talks about all states relating to these aspects. So, I do want to mention that I'm going to roll over and go over some information about the exit interviews. And then you guys will pause the video. Well, our instructor, thank you for being there with us. We'll pause the interview and you guys will do the activity. The last part of the aspects we'll look at today deal with legality or legal aspects. So take a listen. Let me get it to open here real quick. Maybe. And here we go.
For more than 80 years, Allstate Insurance Company has helped consumers protect what they have and better prepare for tomorrow. Their logo of cupped hands represents the ways they protect their customers through products such as auto and homeowners insurance and more. But Allstate takes care of more than just their customers. They take care of their employees, too. Allstate is regularly cited on Best Places to Work lists in a variety of publications, such as Working Mother Magazine and Diversity Inc. This recognition demonstrates Allstate's commitment to human resource management. The Human Resources Department, or HR, is responsible for looking after the company's talent. They help recruit, hire, and develop employees and deliver competitive compensation and benefits. When people think of insurance, they often picture agents, but there are more than 30,000 employees across the country who support Allstate's business every day.
At Allstate, we're in a service business, and we have thousands of employees, thousands of agents serving our customers. Any company, I think, that's in a service industry, the quality and talent of their people is everything.
To attract and keep great employees, Allstate focuses on creating a place where people want to work.
Several years ago, we focused on something we call an employee value proposition, and we organized that around a theme that we call good work, good life, good hands. Good life is about creating an opportunity for employees to experience well-being in a broader way at our organization. And one of the signature programs is something that we call Energy for Life. And Energy for Life is a development program. It lasts a day and a half. And we teach people everything from how to exercise to nutrition to how to achieve purpose in their life. And Good Hands is really organized around the principle of volunteerism. We try to create opportunities for our employees to give back. We try to create opportunities where our employees get involved in volunteer activity in the communities that we serve. Good work is creating an opportunity for our employees to have a position, have a job at the organization that they enjoy, to work at a company where they can believe in the work of the organization, um, and to have a career here that is meaningful to them.
For example, Allstate recently offered an online career development program called Good Work Week.
Good Work Week is a 1 week period of time where we give employees the chance to focus on personal development. And many of the programs are related to their jobs, but much of it is related to their personal development. Coaching, a course called The Power of Purpose, personal branding, all with an eye towards developing employees.
With such a strong focus on employee well being and development, it's important that Allstate hire the best people.
Sometimes when we're recruiting employees who are on the front line, our employees who are delivering service to our customers, we talk about the customer service gene, and finding people who are interested in providing terrific customer service.
Allstate uses many channels to recruit employees.
Some of those channels are online. Over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, that area of recruiting has really grown. We recruit through traditional means, careerbuilder.com, monster.com, all the online job boards, and we recruit increasingly through social media, Facebook, Twitter. And then we recruit through more traditional means, career fairs, college fairs. And so when our traditional recruiting isn't working, sometimes we'll offer employees a referral bonus where if they find a family member or a friend who has those skills and they bring them to Allstate, we end up hiring that candidate, then that person would get usually some amount of money.
When filling open positions, Allstate taps into another valuable source of talent: their current employees.
Allstate fills about 5,000 jobs per year, and many of those jobs are filled through internal candidates. So all of our positions we're open about the positions, we're transparent about the positions, we give employees an opportunity to own their career and make changes that are consistent with their career goals. Once a candidate applies to come to work for Allstate, what we do is we essentially compare those candidates against each other and against the requirements for the job. And during that process, the most traditional means that we use to predict whether that employee will be successful is through a traditional interview. And sometimes we also use other recruitment techniques and assessment techniques, which sometimes include employment testing.
Helping train new and current employees is a responsibility of human resources. At Allstate, learning continues throughout the life cycle of an employee.
Our philosophy when it comes to developing employees, our philosophy when it comes to learning is something that we call 70-20-10. And what it means is 70% of the development is delivered, is achieved through on the job training. 20% is delivered through coaching and mentoring and leader feedback, and 10% is delivered through more traditional means. Leader-led courses, online, more traditional development that you could consider almost coursework or classroom work. The 70%, where we devote most of our time, is really around designing experiences, engineering experiences for employees to learn on the job.
Performance appraisals play an important role in assessing and rewarding employees throughout their career. Here, too, Allstate has implemented new methods of increasing their employees' effectiveness.
So the performance management process at Allstate starts with goal setting. In addition to those goals, we have these competencies that we call organizational success factors that have to do with how the work is done. So, did you collaborate? Were you focused on the customer? Did you execute your tasks? And the performance appraisal process is really a marriage between the two. We have a formal meeting that requires a leader and an employee to sit down at the end of the year and talk about how they did that preceding year. We want to use the performance management process not only to assess skill, but to coach. In addition to the once annual formal meeting, we have a less formal check in meeting that's typically done about 6 months into the year.
Human resources is central to the health of a business. A strong human resources department helps create engaged employees who drive the success of a company. With their Good Work, Good Life, Good Hands program, Allstate focuses on the overall well being of their employees.
I think at Allstate, we are more focused on the entire well being of employees than many organizations. The belief is, the economic belief is, that if employees are emotionally healthy and physically healthy and well rested and well nourished, they will be more productive employees. And so it's sort of this virtuous cycle. If we take care of our employees take care of our customers stay with us, we're able to attract new customers, we can invest more in the well being of our employees are happy, and you have this virtuous circle that's created when an organization is as focused on the entire well being of the employee.
And as you can see from this video, it goes over multiple, I mean, pretty much all aspects of what they do in their human resource management department for their employees, to enhance their employees, to empower the employees, to ultimately retain their employees and keep them happy and healthy. So those are really important components. Now we're going to jump real quick to, hold on a minute, to discuss specifically the information that relates to the exit interview and do a quick review, and then you guys are going to take a break and complete that. And then the last part of this video is going to deal with a little bit of the legality aspects. Again, human resource management can be an entire program. It's a bachelor's degree. You can also get a HR assistant degree at DMAC if you want to just start as an assistant and then go back and get your HRM or SHRM certificate. Those are important components to have if you want to go above and beyond in HR. Okay, one moment. I just got to jump into the. Okay, so here are the websites and additional materials. These will be really great to have for this exit interview assignment. And I'm just going to roll up and talk about a couple of things. So the assignment deals with exit interviews. These are different things that we've already went over. But when it comes to exit interviews, there's a lot of different things that you can do and what you can expect. So I'm going to pull up an article from Indeed.com. So when you leave a company and as an HR professional, you have to figure out what those questions are that should be asked and how to conduct it in a respectful way. So one thing when it comes to the exit interview, you should be objective and keep focused on the job. Talk about the company as a whole instead of just individual people. Practice your answers. When it comes to you answering these questions, practice it on other people. So this is an individual who's actually answering the exit interview, and then I'll go to the other side in a second. Take notes. Create a record of the exit interview that helps you remember what you in the interview said and agreed upon, which gives you an accurate backup if needed. Consider nonverbal signals and body language to see if people are comfortable or not. And then some questions you may hear are, why are you leaving this position and what led you to this decision to leave? What feedback or suggestions would you give management? What did we do well? What did the company do well? Did you have the training and resources you needed to succeed, and why? What were the most important factors when you decided to choose a different job and leave? And then a few other questions. Did you feel valued and recognized by the company? Do you feel like your workload was too heavy, too light, or just right, or something else? All of these questions are going to help companies figure out exactly what they need to do or things they need to work on themselves. And it gives you an opportunity to say, hey, this is what's going on. This is why I'm leaving. So here is a video. It talks about leaving a job. Oops. One moment, guys. Hmm. I apologize, guys. It looks like the